A resource guide read-along. Welcome, Center Directors and Owners, to our resource guide read-along. In this video, we will go through the first section of the resource guide and review the accreditation process, key words for you to know when going through the paperwork, as well as how to best utilize the standards book for self-study. Getting to know the verbiage. After a brief history of NECPA, you will find a page with keyword descriptions. Let's go over these quickly so we can all understand the terminology when working our way through the materials. Program Site Number. Your site number is important to the accreditation process. It enables the NECPA office to anonymously present your program's verified self-assessment instrument to the NECPA Commission and the National Accreditation Council with no identifying information. Please reference your site number in any communication with NECPA. Here we can see that your program site number can be found on the top left corner of your enrollment letter. Standards Book. The NECPA Standards Book is divided into 14 chapters, which encompasses all 219 numbered standards. The Standards Book provides additional references, resources, and guidance for implementing NECPA standards and completing your self-assessment instrument. Self-Assessment Instrument, or SAI. The self-assessment instrument is used to verify the NECPA standards that have been implemented at your program. Each standard is directly referenced by a verification item located in the self-assessment instrument. The SAI is divided into two parts. Part A is dedicated to documentation review, and Part B is dedicated to observable standards at the program. Enrollment and self-study period. This is the period of time allotted for programs to implement any necessary standards and make changes as needed before their verification visit. The enrollment and self-study period is valid for up to 2 years. On average, a program is able to implement any needed changes and complete their self-assessment instrument within 6 to 12 months. New and renewing programs must be enrolled before they can request a verification visit. A verification visit. A program's answers in their self-assessment instrument are reviewed during their NECPA verification visit. The visit is conducted at the program by a NECPA verifier. The verifier's job is to review all documentation and observe all classrooms and areas, and note each verification item as verified or non-verified. These answers and all comments are presented to the NECPA National Accreditation Council and Commission for anonymous review and determination of accreditation results. The Resource Guide, Section 1, Accreditation, pages 2 and 3. As previously mentioned, the NECPA Standards Book is divided into 14 chapters, which encompasses all 219 numbered standards. Each numbered standard is directly referenced by a verification item located in the self-assessment instrument, highlighted here on your chart in yellow. The SAI can be divided into the 4 following categories. 11% of the SAI standards will deal with staff qualifications. 22% of the SAI standards will deal with curriculum and development. 32% of the SAI standards will deal with supervision and ongoing child assessments. And 35% of the SAI standards will deal with the facility and environment, families and community, and health and safety. The Accreditation Award Process, pages 4 through 6. Let's take a quick look at the timeline on what to expect throughout your accreditation process. You will start by filling out the enrollment forms to enroll your program with the NECPA accreditation. After having received your enrollment form, NECPA will send your enrollment packet including a copy of the self-assessment instrument, a copy of the resource guide and standards book, and other important information on the accreditation process and additional products and services. After completing the self-assessment at your own pace, you will submit a request for a verification visit. Once you have received your verification visit, the NECPA Commission and Council will review the results and you will receive your accreditation results via email and by mail. The following 2 years after receiving your accreditation, your center will submit an annual report which keeps NECPA up to date on staff training and certifications. After your second annual report is submitted, you will then look towards re-enrolling. Verification visit scheduling and accreditation result timetable. Page 7. The chart on this page simply provides a visual for the verification visit and accreditation results timeline. Once we have received your verification request, your verification visit will be scheduled within 4 months from that request date. After the visit, your results will be issued within the following 2 months. This chart is meant as a visual to give you an idea of your possible timeline as a whole. This will allow you to better plan out the time that you may need to complete the self-assessment instrument before your verification visit, or allows you to plan when you would like to receive your accreditation results by. My NECPA Accreditation Work Plan. Page 8. On this page, we have provided you with a checklist of goals and plans of action that will help you better navigate the self-study process. This work plan will allow you to set a start date, identify the resources you may need for a goal, and document the date you complete a task by. Each step builds on the last, enabling you to identify areas of strength as well as areas that may need additional support or changes made, while involving your program staff and families. For those who are visual learners, keep this sheet somewhere that is easy to access. We know that as a center director or owner, you have a lot on your mind. Being able to check tasks off as you go will help with organization around the process and keep you on track. We have completed the Resource Guide Section 1 walkthrough. To continue the walkthrough of the Resource Guide, please continue with our video, Resource Guide Section 2 and 3 on our website. If you still find yourself having questions or concerns after having viewed this video or others like it on our webpage at www.necpa.net/how-to-videos, please feel free to contact us by email or by phone. The NECPA team is always happy to help.